1. Hello friends. Welcome to my channel Habib Maritime School. In this video we are going to get familiar with Annex 6 of Marpol, which is regulation for the prevention of air pollution from ships. We will be discussing some important factors causing air pollution from ships and the regulations which have been set to control this pollution and protect the environment. So let's get started. Marpol Annex 6 entered into force on 19th of May 2005. So how is this air pollution caused? The primary and foremost reason of pollution from ships is combustion of fuel. When the fuel burns, it produces gas, which causes air pollution. This exhaust gas contains substances such as sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, particulate matter, which are all harmful to the marine environment. Also, volatile organic compounds and some ozone-depleting substances are released during normal operation of the ship. Marpol Annex 6 entered into force on 19th of May 2005. So how is this air pollution caused? The primary and foremost reason of pollution from ships is combustion of fuel. When the fuel burns, it produces gas, which causes air pollution. This exhaust gas contains substances such as sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, particulate matter, which are all harmful to the marine environment. Also, volatile organic compounds and some ozone-depleting substances are released during normal operation of the ship. As the name suggests, the ozone-depleting substances cause the depletion of ozone layer. Few of the ozone-depleting substances you can see here are chlorofluorocarbons, hydrochlorofluorocarbons, and halons. Chlorofluorocarbons are widely used as coolants in refrigeration and air conditioner systems. And it is found that hydrochlorofluorocarbons have a shorter lifetime than the chlorofluorocarbons. And halons are gases containing bromine which breaks down ozone in the atmosphere. So what are the regulations which have been set to control the emission of ozone-depleting substances? As per Marpol Annex 6, any deliberate emissions of ozone-depleting substances shall be prohibited. Deliberate emissions mean emission occurring during maintaining, repairing, or servicing of system or equipment. The next one is installations which contain ozone-depleting substances other than hydrochlorofluorocarbons shall be prohibited on ships constructed on or after May 19, 2005. As I already told you, hydrochlorofluorocarbons has a shorter lifetime than chlorofluorocarbons. In other words, we can also say HCFCs are less harmful than CFCs. But this does not mean that HCFC does not cause any harm to the environment. That is why the next regulation has been set for the control of HCFC as well. So installation which contains HCFC shall be prohibited on ships constructed on or after January 1, 2020. Next, we will be looking into NOx. NOx are nitrogenous oxides which include nitrogen oxide, nitrogen dioxide and other oxides of nitrogen. The major source of NOx emissions are high-temperature combustion process. These nitrogenous oxides contribute to the formation of acid rain. So let us see to which NOx regulations apply to each marine diesel engine with a powerful output of more than 130 kilowatts installed on ships. It also applies to each marine diesel engine with a powerful output of more than 130 kilowatts which undergoes a major conversion on or after January 1, 2000. Next thing is the NOx emission control area. These are certainty areas where there are more stringent regulations for control of emission of NOCs. F. First is the North American Emission Control Area. The United States Caribbean Sea Emission Control Area. The Baltic Sea Emission Control Area. The North Sea Emission Control Area. This is the table for NOx emission limits. This divided into 3 tiers, Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 as per the construction date of the ship, and the NOx emission limits are given in gram per kilowatt hour. This NOx which you can see here stands for engine RPM. Now first look at Tier 1. Tier 1 applies to ships constructed on or after January 1, 2000. When engine RPM is less than 130, then NOC's emission limit is 17 gram per kilowatt hour. If engine RPM is between 130 to 1999, then there is a formula given for calculating the emission limit, which is 45 into n to the power minus 0.2. And when the engine RPM is 2000 or more, then the emission limit is 9.8 gram per kilowatt hour. Likewise, Tier 2 applies to ships constructed on or after January 1, 2011. So for engines with RPM less than 130, the NOC's emission limit is 14.4 gram per kilowatt hour. For engines with RPM 130 to 1999, the formula is 44 into engine RPM to the power minus 0.23, and for RPM of 2000 or more, emission limit is 7.7 gram per kilowatt hour. Tier 3 regulations apply to ships constructed on or after January 1, 2016, which are operating in a dedicated NOx emission limit control area. So as you can see, the emission limit has been further reduced from 14.4 to 3.4 gram per kilowatt hour, and for RPMs 2000 or more it is 2.0 gram per kilowatt hour. So as you can see in this table, NOx emission limits are reducing as you go down in the table. This clearly shows that a lot of steps are being taken to reduce the NOx emissions from ships. Next up is SOx or sulfur oxide. Sulfur oxide gases are